my tomatoes. Where's this stinking thing? Come flip. So yeah, so I've got like 8 tomato plants, and then my cucumbers are just starting to look good down here.
Okay, now wait, before you do
And
anything, I just did an Instagram post on this.
okay.
What? Go go back away, back. Oh, you did not do that. You did not buy those little dinky things that I have told you guys over and over not to buy. Did you buy those?
I already had them.
Oh, okay. Okay. Well, I tell you
They're
what
too
you're going to
small.
do I tell you what you're going to do with those. You're going to move those for the peppers, for the but you
Oh,
have cucumbers. So that's not going to even work for cucumbers.
they're too small for cucumbers?
They're way too small. Cucumbers are going to take over the world in your
Uh-oh.
yard.
We might have a problem.
Yeah, you're going to have
I
a.
have some more. So you think I need the taller ones for the tomatoes?
Oh, can I? So you need. Hi, who is CHT? Is that Candace Tongue? Candace, I bet it's Candace. Hey, Tank Candace. So we're looking at Rosemary's Garden, and she has bought the little small tomato. She didn't buy them; she had them
They
already.
came to my house, okay?
She had the little small cages, which if you guys please go on my Instagram and go look at the post today. We need tall obelisks. Now, Candace has them, Christy has them, but we need tall, at least 5 to 6 feet tall for tomatoes and similar for cucumbers.
No, but
Oh.
not all tomatoes get that tall, right?
Okay, so that is correct. So remember now, we've got two types of tomatoes. We've got the indeterminate
Permanent and permanent.
and determinate. So
Yes.
the determinate ones, now do you have determinate or do you have indeterminate?
I have a variety. They're all small, so
Well, okay, so smalls are different. So there's
I
two.
don't
Let's talk
know.
about determinate and indeterminate. So you have a small cherry tomato. Now tell me what it says. Does it say indeterminate or determinate? I can't read it.
It doesn't say sun
Oh,
sugar.
does it say vining?
Okay, moving. Okay. No,
It doesn't say vining.
it has no information, just
Look on the back.
nothing. Nothing.
No, it does. It does. On the back it says.
No, it says
Oh, it has.
nothing. Oh,
Okay. All right. Well, we're going to assume because most cherry tomatoes, well, there's I shouldn't say that. A lot of them are the vining type, which means they're going to grow
okay.
all summer and they're going to continue to produce for you.
Now
The
this one is a patio.
patio. So
It
that,
also does not say.
well, a patio one usually means it's going to be a determinant. So that'll be a smaller one.
Thank goodness.
Yes. Okay. So anyway, what we want to do is if you have a vining or an indeterminate, I'm sorry, an indeterminate tomato or vining tomato, that's where they're going to climb up high and we're going to tall ones. All cucumbers are vining and all cucumbers need lots of room to grow up. Now, at Christy Hart's house, we put her cucumbers and tomatoes, uh, we put one cucumber and one tomato on each obelisk. That might be a little too much, but we're going to try it this year. At least she has
Okay.
something for them to climb up on. So,
Okay.
anyway, so you thought you were in good shape, but there you go.
Oh, this guy's indeterminate. That means it keeps growing, right?
Yep, that means it grows high, tall, and all summer. So you'll do good with it.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Then I need to probably get the big one for these guys.
Yeah.
And then don't forget, you gave us homework assignments. This is your
These,
homework turn in here.
we're going to discuss that next week. What are these that you've planted? I love it.
Um, Sunflowers.
Sunflowers are definitely a pollinator plant. Those
Mhm.
are going to be wonderful. And you know what? They might provide a little bit of shade for your plants. So when in the summertime, it'll be nice for them.
Yes.
Great idea.
But that's my main problem right now. Probably, I definitely have some mushrooms growing.
Okay, so
Um,
mushrooms mean maybe a little overwatering, but we've had so much rain.
yeah. And then check out this fat guy over here. Oh,
There it is. That's ready. You could pick that thing. That is a ready
there.
pepper.
Yeah. How do you know? I mean, there's only one. How do you know?
What you mean? How do
It's
you know?
ready.
How do you know when it's ready?
Oh.
So there you go. Taste it and see how it does.
Uh-huh.
Hot, is it hot?
This pepperoni. Good.
Oh, those are the ones yeah, they shouldn't be too hot. They're probably okay.
Good.
Okay, good.
Yeah, I have some other overcrowding with my sprouts, but I am slowly pulling them out.
Okay. Okay, great. All right, we're gonna go to Candace real quick. How are you doing, Candace? Any questions today?
I do have some questions because I took like I was away for the long weekend, but because of the rain, I knew I'd probably be fine because I was growing mushrooms. So I went and checked on everything, and I went to Deadhead. First, like very basic, I'm having problems with my marigolds. I don't know if I didn't plant them deep enough or what, but many of them look like they're like I just tried to take all the dead parts off, like in parts that you would just like how you say just deadhead, but then like a lot of where I've deadheaded, it just looks like a dry branch that's like brown. So I just snipped them just so it looks better. But
Perfect.
like, should they be still blooming and should they be healthy?
Well, they should be. They might have gotten overwatered. Remember that part when you're
Mm-hmm.
getting overwatered? I actually have some marigolds that do that sometimes too. It just depends. Maybe
Oh, you
sometimes
just buzzed.
they didn't get,
Oops,
oops, they didn't
you
have it.
froze.
Oh, I'm frozen. Hold on. Let me see. Am I still frozen?
Whoops, I'm frozen.
Oh, you are frozen.
Okay, bye.
Ooh, let's see. Wonder what happened. We got Candace is frozen. So Candace is talking about her marigolds and I do get marigolds sometimes that get really brown on the side. And that means to me that sometimes the plant wasn't that healthy coming into it. It could have gotten overwatered. You just snip them off. That's a good idea. Get them down to where the green looks good, and then hopefully they'll grow back. If not, we can get some extra marigold seeds and get them going again. Marigolds are super easy to grow from seed, or we could put something else in. So that could be good. Uh, okay, I guess Candace will come back in. Here she is. There you are. There you are.
Sorry. I think in my office there's like a dead spot, but I just turned off the Wi-Fi. Should be okay. So you had like some of my marigolds still look great and some don't. So I didn't remember if I went different varietals or it's just the
Yes.
location.
So I think we have different varieties. I have to tell you, Candace, I have the same problem sometimes. Sometimes some of them do well, sometimes they don't. So we can get some extra marigold seeds. They're super easy to grow. So if you want to replace them with more marigolds, we can replace them with some other flowers or some other seeds that grow quickly.
Okay, but I mean, my garden's pretty full, so like I could maybe move because I spaced together my like in my 12 by 12, can you, and I just haven't had time to read the video, look at the video again. How much space does a cucumber need in the square? And then how much does a zucchini need? Because now I have too many.
Okay, that's okay. That's okay. I would say 1 to 2 cucumbers per square and 1 zucchini per square. Zucchini gets the squash and zucchini get really big.
Okay, so I should have nothing else in that square.
No, but as it's okay. It's okay. Listen, this is why we do, I want this is such a great talk because I feel like the first year is it's so crazy because you just don't know how things are going to grow.
Right,
So
right.
you're going to see next year. Oh, can I come, please? Oh, shoot. I'm sorry. Anna's trying to get in here. Um, sorry. Um, I'm sorry. Let me just try to get her real quick. I don't know
Oh
why.
yeah, go ahead.
Use link above. Okay. I should let her in. Okay. Yeah, so don't be kicking yourself about any of this. You're
Okay,
going your first year. Your first year is your year to discover, to try things, um, and just do the best you can. I can always come out and do another consultation with you if you want me to come out and
okay,
help you a little bit. But
okay.
And actually, you get a free one. Everybody gets a free one. If you signed up for the whole year, you get one extra free one. So I owe
Oh,
you a
great.
vacation anyway, so I can come out.
Okay.
Yes. So that's great. Um, yeah.
But I
So
can just, if I have like, let's say 4 zucchini now and or like 3, because I've already plucked some, I can move and transplant, right?
you
Like
sure,
it's still early enough. And then I
yes.
can just recenter it. And if I have a dead marigold, I can throw the marigold away and stick it in there.
Yes, exactly. Exactly. And
Okay.
the other thing about, so a lot of people, Rosemary doesn't have it, but a lot of you guys have the grid. That's, I put that into everybody's. And that just means that don't make yourself rigid with it, but it's a good way. It is a good way of understanding of how many plants.
Hmm.
But we can do, a few little plants, a little different things all around, and you can sneak things in, like some chives. You can sneak them
Okay.
around. And down the line, we'll do garlic in the fall. We'll do things around. But yeah, for zucchini and squash and cucumbers and tomatoes, those all take a big square.
Okay. And
And
I also
also,
found,
oh, one more thing too, you guys, don't forget, carrots love tomatoes. You can sprinkle carrot seeds under our tomatoes, and you can be
okay,
growing
my
carrots,
carrots are coming up. Carrots need how much space? Like just 2 to 4 inches?
or even not, yeah, not even like maybe an inch. You can get them
Okay.
close together.
I got a bunch of carrots, but I can retransplant some
You know
little
what you should do?
sprouts.
Yes, when you thin them, put the thin one, take the thin ones that you're pulling out, put them under your tomatoes, and just cross your fingers and hope they'll
Okay. And one of my tomatoes is not I mean, I don't remember if I think the ones, because we have the obelus, are all supposed to be the indeterminate ones, right? I think I have an early girl and that one is not, or I have a Brandywine, which is the one in the middle, is doing great. It's growing tall. I have fruit on them already. Like it's
okay.
coming. The early girl's not doing much. It's not dead. And then the other one, the cherry, is growing some, but it's just not the same. And there's a little bit of like brown at the leaves.
Yeah.
Do I just pull those or pull the brown off if I see it?
Yeah, I would pull the brown off. Sometimes I feel like we got your tomatoes in really early, and
Hmm.
I don't know if the cold might have affected some of them.
Okay.
Um, so it might not have been as healthy. But yeah, I have. So again, I can even go outside and show you. I have tomatoes coming on. They were actually overwintered, which is unusual. They got through the whole winter and
Hmm.
it came back again on their own. I didn't plant them. And I've heard
Oh,
mixed reviews about that. I've heard that don't use those and just replant them. But I just thought I would try it for fun, and they do not look healthy.
oh, okay. But
So
mine's still, they're alive. So I
yeah,
just
just
hoping, yeah.
yeah, hoping. And then um, yeah, we'll just hope, because at this point you could, if you wanted to have a backup, find a tomato at Star if there's not
Okay.
very many left. So
Well,
yeah,
maybe I'll just move my cucumber into the obelisk next to
yes,
it because I need that. And I didn't know I needed that.
yes, exactly. Hey, Sam.
He's just off to soccer.
Oh, okay. So he's gonna say bye. Oh, I'm so glad to see you. Yes. So the tomato situation is a little bit of a challenge, and I'm finding that even though they have brown leaves, they are still producing fruit.
Yeah. Okay.
Mine are. So I would just keep an eye on those. And I do think that you should pick off some of the brown leaves, because it'll just help the plant stay free of that disease, whatever that is causing it.
Okay.
It'll be okay.
Okay.
It'll be good. All right. Any more questions while you're there? While you're here?
Oh, thinning the romaine, which is I've used them as greens, but I have like a carpet of romaine still and I haven't fully thinned it. But do I just need one little sprout like every how many inches?
At least an inch and a half.
Okay, so I'll just thin them all.
Yeah, just thin them.
Okay.
Yeah, next time. Oh my goodness, that was the sweetest little kiss. Yes, yes, I know. It's I guess I really went crazy with the seeds. But
Well, that was me. I did that one.
oh, you did that one? Okay. Well, it's
My
that
other lettuce is great, and I'm still waiting for. I mean, I used Swiss chard the other day. I was thrilled. No, it's super fun.
good. Oh, I'm so happy. I'm so happy it's going well. Let's see here. Okay, so while we're on tomatoes, I'm going to share my screen, you guys, with you, because I'm going to, Christy, Hart has sent me a video. She couldn't, she's here, but she couldn't be, here the whole way in her garden with me. So I'm going to share. Oops, I wonder if I can get this big. How can I get, oh, here it is.
Hi, Joe Jamie. Hey, I have been out here trying to kind of tame back my tomato plant and get it in the cage. And I've tried to take off some of those lower branches, like you said. And then with my mini cucumbers, look at that little guy.
Oh, wait,
I
this isn't
tried to
on.
stake them up on
Oh, that's weird.
these. So I tried to get them off the ground.
Wait, I'm sorry, you guys. I put it on the wrong one. Oops. Oh, good grief. Okay, here we go. Let's get this one going. We'll go through it. So she's got
Here trying to kind of tame back my tomato plant and get it in the cage. And I've tried to take off some of those lower branches, like you said. And then with my mini cucumbers, look at that little guy.
isn't that cute? Now that right there
I
is a
tried to stake them up.
that's ready to be harvested.
These, so I tried to get them off the ground as best I could. Just wondering if that looks good, if that's going to suffice. It looks a little bit sad, but yeah, let me know what else I could do or if that's going to work.
Okay,
Thanks.
so right there, I told her to add an extra pole, but what I'm thinking is she's going to need at least 3 poles for this cucumber because we put 2 tomatoes over on her obelisk because I wanted to make sure she had plenty of tomatoes and it's just too much. I think it's just going to be all that's too much. So, Christy, I just think we're going to have to get a couple more bamboo poles for you for those cucumbers to grow up. So that's my solution for that. The good news is you've got more than you need. I mean, you've got a lot of good stuff going on. Everything's looking healthy. So that is great.
Okay. Cucumbers can
Thank
go
you.
up a singular, cucumbers can go up a singular pole. They don't need the actual.
No, that's what I was telling her. She needs 2 more poles. She needs like a teepee. She needs like a
Oh.
teepee. Yeah, good question.
Okay.
Yeah, she needs like a teepee so that she have more room for them to grow. And those could be taller, those poles too. We need them.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we need them way high. And then
I
what you can do, once you get the TP going high, you can actually even take your twine and I don't know how to say that, but like weave it in and out between
Okay.
and make rings around, like a ring around it so they can support them.
Okay.
You're gonna have, I can't believe you've already got that big that little cucumber. That's ready to go.
Yeah, they are going crazy. My tomatoes are just going crazy.
Great.
They are growing out of the cage, and I was trying to get them kind of a little more tamed today. But yeah, I will go get those larger poles then from Star and try and pin that up a little more. And then you said that that one is ready to be harvested.
Yes, because especially if it is a mini one, that's definitely ready. I'll be interested to see if it even tastes if it tastes a bit bitter, you might want to try them even smaller.
Oh, smaller. Oh, okay.
Yeah. But
Okay.
definitely get back in touch and put it in the group chat about you trying that cucumber. I'm dying to hear about it.
Okay.
Christy, do you remember what the name of your cucumber variety was? Was it an alpha something or alpha beta? Because yeah.
I have the tag right here and it says cucumber mini me.
Oh, mini me. Okay.
Uh-huh.
Because I try to put a Persian one in and I'm just getting sprouts now. So I'm curious if it's the same one. But
Oh.
it's like, I think mine said something like alpha beta or something or alpha something.
Oh, you're thinking of Armenian.
I mean, yeah.
It's the Armenian, and yours are going to get the Armenian ones are light green and they get much bigger, but they're
Oh, okay.
delicious and they're sweet and they're going to go all summer. Now, Christy got mini me's because that's all they had at the time. I was getting her mini me's, but I have not grown mini me's before, and so I'm actually excited because it came on really earlier than I've ever seen any other cucumber. So that'll be interesting to see if they taste good. But and even down the line, Christy, we might even want to find some Armenians for you to put in too, if we can find some more obelisks. I got to figure out your yard. We got to get some more support system for you because you've got a lot of space.
Yeah, that's true.
But again, first year, we actually didn't plant up all of Christy's garden because she was overwhelmed with it. But as you can see, you're doing great, Christy, and we could have probably just kept planting.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. It's going well.
Yeah. So hopefully, I think I will come out and do your consult with you hopefully pretty soon, and we can probably strategize because I think we can use that extra end to grow some squash and zucchini now that it's time to put the squash
Okay.
and zucchini in.
Cool. And then I was gonna say, do you remember, so you brought me over the 2 cherry tomatoes and then the 2 just regulars. Are those, do you remember if those are like determinate or
Yes,
determinate?
they're both indeterminate. They're both going to be vining.
Oh, okay, the cherries and just the regular ones.
Yes.
Okay.
I usually, actually, unless you have a super small yard or you just have a bunch of tomatoes at once, you got to remember, not only are the determinants don't vine, they basically become red fruit all at one time. And so the reason why people get them is because they're a bush and they don't have to climb. But also, if you want to can them or freeze them, they're all going to be right around the same time. So that's why you would have a bush or a determinate tomato. Whereas most of us want to have just some tomatoes that we can pick all year long and harvest all year long. And even at the end, you might have too many. You can put them in the freezer and you'll have them all winter for soups and sauces. So you're going to really enjoy your tomatoes.
Okay, so the indeterminate are the ones that produce over time.
Yes, the
Okay.
indeterminate. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
those are the ones that I have.
Yes, correct.
Okay.
Perfect.
Okay, cool.
Good. Hey, well, Anna, I don't know if you have any questions or not. You don't have a garden.
I don't have a question. I'm just soaking it all in. Yeah, my brain is too full.
Yes.
I think that, yeah, just with the summer coming up and us going to be traveling and we're not set up, so I want to do stuff in parts that I'm just going to hold off. I'm soaking it all in. I'm learning. I love hearing I love seeing it. And yeah, so I don't have any
And you know what, everybody? You guys, this is so interesting about the gardening thing. It's like anything in life. You have to keep hearing it over and over and over. And it's just funny. One of these days it just clicks. But you never can hear it enough times, you know? It's just one of those things.
Yeah. No, I mean, I've learned so much already. So I'm just storing all of that and figuring it all out. So when I'm ready, it'll be good. But this is, yeah, because it's a lot of information, right?
It's a ton. Yeah.
Process it. Yeah. So it's absolutely fantastic. And I love seeing everybody else's garden and everything. But yeah, I'm just a bit.
Oh, and I was also going to ask you, did Sam have any other questions this week?
He's gone to soccer, so he didn't leave me with any questions.
I didn't have a note today on your desk.
No notes. I think he's good.
Well, you know what's fun, everybody? I just wanted to share. I was at it was like a big outdoor party at our country club, and they had all these chefs from all over, and they had all this fancy food, and they had little appetizers, and on the top of the appetizers were borage flowers.
Oh, really?
And I said, you put borage flowers, and they were like, wow, you knew that. So it was really fun. You know, it's like as you growing things and you learning things, it's just, you can take it. You don't even have to have a garden. You'll just take it into your life, into your world. And
oh yeah. No, absolutely.
Y'all know what borage flowers look like now. I've shown them to you tons. Let's see here. Okay. So I saw Rosemary, you had some twine. What were you doing with your twine? Oh, wait, you're unmute.
Yes. So I went to my shed and grabbed the rest of the trellising items that I have, which I don't have a lot more, but I'm going to figure it out so my cucumbers can start growing up because they are really jammed in, as you saw, and those little pepper plants. So you think I should get the tall cages for the tomatoes and change them out?
Oh, 100%.
Yeah, because you're right. I have that one volunteer, I believe, from my compost last year, and it is indeterminate, and it is in a small cage, and it is not successful in the small
You
cage.
must trust your leader here.
This guy was unplanned. He was my unplanned plan.
Yes,
Look
see,
at it.
that's good. And I love that.
Well,
Yeah,
look, it's out of control.
it's out of control. It's doing great. Well, good. And it's got those
And look
beautiful,
at this ginger. I really gave up on it.
you guys, this is incredible. When did you plant that?
I don't know.
So
Months
Jamie,
and months
can
ago.
you unshare your screen so we can see the
Oh, I
bigger?
apologize. Yes,
Oh
let me.
no. I just want to see it. There we go.
So I've just planted some ginger like from the store.
Whoa.
There it
Totally
is. See
up on
that? It looks like a corn stalk almost.
Yeah. I took the sign away and everything. And then I was like, wait a minute, what is that? So then when it started coming up, I was like digging around to make sure that was actually a ginger. And it was. This is
Oh.
some radishes are all a little close together, but
How long will it take for the ginger like to be ready to harvest?
Harvest.
I have no idea.
You know, we should look that up because it's not, but you know what? It's going to be easy to tell because you can do it like a carrot because it's a root vegetable. It's not going to be too deep down there. So she can probably just,
Put
you
my
know,
finger in
put her
there.
finger in there. But I'm trying to remember. I don't know. And I'll find out for you. You know what? Let me write that as a note because I don't know how to harvest ginger and we're growing it.
You just dig it up, don't you?
Yeah, you would dig it up, but what I was wondering is if it has a signal similar to
Yeah.
where
Like
it goes
garlic.
brown, like garlic.
So,
garlic
my garlic, I think is still okay. It's not like some pieces are getting brown.
yep,
a
that's
little bit.
perfect. We want it to get brown. That's going to be in a couple more months.
Cut this stuff off or don't cut it off.
No, do not cut it off. Just,
Oops.
just. Oh, you. Oh no, yeah, no, because that's what happens. The whole garlic's going to go brown, and we just
Okay.
had to do it, and you won't probably harvest it for another 2 months. Because remember, Rosemary, garlic takes 9 months.
Right. And we
Yeah.
planted it in the fall, I think. So
Yes, yes.
yeah.
Garlic, will it take now? Like if there's a neighbor who came to my garden, she's like 5 and for their school project, they were growing a little garlic sprout. So they wanted me to put it in our garden. So I did it for her. It's still alive. It's just a little sprout, but is it not going to make it?
No. No.
Okay.
But you know what? Leave it.
Yeah.
You know what? Prove me wrong. I would love to be proved wrong. We put our garlics in October. I
Okay.
think what happens is it might get too hot for it at some point because it hasn't been established. But you know, it will take up no room.
Oh, no, it's a little sprout. I just
Yes.
kept it in her corner. So I'm
Yes.
just wondering.
So now we remember, let's keep a note of this. This is May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December. See, that's the thing. In 9 months, it's February where it's really cold, whereas we're going to be harvesting in November or August, September. So yeah, I don't know. You know what?
I'll
Again,
leave it.
let's leave it. It'll be fun. It'll be fun to see. I'll be really interested. Do we have, the other thing, you guys, I haven't asked you to do this, but I think we should. I have to figure this out, how to do this. We need to all have notebooks for our garden because we should be saying things like, because you're not going to remember. Like you should have a place where you can say, May planted garlic sprout for neighbor girl.
Oh, I see.
See what
Okay.
I'm saying? Because
Yeah.
so many things are different. And also when we plant, if you look on the tag, it usually will tell you how many days it will take for it to go to be harvested. And it's just good to know that. Like, even knowing that your cucumber takes 60 days and you're going to go, okay, I'll sort of it'll give you more confidence to harvest it.
Okay.
I've been trying to do that, Joe Jamie, just on my phone, just every couple days when I come out here and just notice. And sometimes I'll just take pictures, and put them in the notes app and just be like, oh, I noticed this today, or
That's
just
great.
because I'm such a newbie. So
Yeah.
every like exciting to me. I'm like, oh, this just arrived today. And so that's what I've been trying to do. But I'm home and I'm gonna try and see if I can turn on my video. I think I have like the cocoon of a tomato worm starting as I was like trimming my plants today. I'm gonna try and I
Well,
might
wait,
have
don't.
to.
Okay, wait, before you do anything, let me just tell you, there is no cocoon. So
Oh, is there not? Okay.
it could be another type of pest. So,
Oh,
and it might be a good one. So we don't want to get it, but yeah. So
okay.
I've never
Let's
heard of,
see. I
yeah.
might have to leave because it's not letting me. Let me
Oh
see.
yeah, if you want to leave and come back, Candace just did that and I can let you in.
Yeah, it's easier if it freezes or something. What about teeny tiny bugs like that I noticed in this place? Just tiny, like pinpoint. Is that
Are they,
okay?
are they white?
Nope. They're just I barely they're just tiny in my, like around like the soil and like the my the outer metal. I just noticed there's just a little bit.
Hmm. Are they, so, they're not roly-polies, right?
Oh no, no, no. They're like pinpoint. You could barely see them, but I just
Oh,
assume that's just part of
I don't
normal.
know. I haven't had that, so I don't know what that would be. As long as they're not causing destruction.
Yeah, it doesn't look like anything's going on. It's just tiny little bugs,
Okay, I'm gonna write that as a note for you, Candace. We have to,
like a pinpoint, like little.
yeah, I don't know what that would be. And small, tiny bugs. All right, yeah, I don't know what that would be.
Okay.
Oh, wait, I'm so sorry. Here's Christy. Christy, sorry, I left you hanging there. Okay, there she is.
Okay, I just have to see how to. How do I turn my? There we go. Okay. I don't know if you'll be able to see this, but do you see that white
Oh,
right here? And it looks green. Like the thing that's in there is green. You see that?
yeah, I have no idea. You know what I would do? Let's pinch that leaf off
Okay.
and take it away. The only thing, and I was thinking that it could be some type
Okay.
of butter. If it's a worm, it couldn't be good. I've never seen a cocoon like that on there.
Joe
Really?
Jamie, I don't know if this is helpful. I don't know if any of you've used it, but if you go to the Google app, right, this is connected. If you go to the Google app, in the search bar, there's a picture and you can take pictures of things. And I did it for a caterpillar because I didn't know what type of,
Oh,
and it shows you. So depending on how, I couldn't say how big it is, but you could try doing that and
Nice.
like Google searching with the actual picture of it and seeing,
okay.
see this, you just click on this camera button here. I take a picture, like I could do that of my, and it would tell me like what
Yeah,
what
let's
plant
do
it was.
that. See if you can do that and tell us, because I've not seen, that's scary looking, that thing.
I know. I know. I hate bugs. So
Yeah, I would definitely
I'd
take it
be
off. I was just thinking that it's so funny, you guys, caterpillars like that, you realize they become either a butterfly or a moth.
Mhm.
So that's why it's a little bit, for me, I get sad because that could be a good, but a tomato hornworm is becomes a moth at some point. But the only problem with it is, and it's a good moth, but the only problem is the tomato hornworm portion of it, it just decimates your plant.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I don't know.
I also I also noticed some
Yeah, little,
things like that. So I don't know what that's from. If
that's
it's
probably
my
okay. Look underneath the leaf. What leaf is that from? Is that a tomato?
tomato.
Huh. It's okay. That's okay. That shouldn't be too bad.
Okay.
But that's good to notice. So this is a thing, you guys. This is you're doing exactly what I want you to do. I want you out there being like with your magnifying glass. I want you out there looking at your plants and look at your Swiss chard. Wow. You're looking at your
I need
plants
to clip
every
it.
day and making sure that they're healthy and like that. That's a pretty big worm of some type.
Yeah,
So I'm glad that's out of there.
for sure.
If you wanted to, put it in the front yard or something and the bird will eat it.
Oh yeah.
So
That's
I
true.
would, if you do want to take a picture of it, that would be interesting to know what it is.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
really,
that's a helpful hint. I will do that for sure.
okay. Where's Rosemary? She's showing us her eggplant. I can see that right there. Is that your egg? Am I right? Is that an eggplant? Oh, it is. Yeah, that looks very good. Yep.
Last year I had to end up putting some kind of trellis around it because it got crazy big and heavy because the eggplants are so big. But so I just did this. I'm gonna
Okay, good. So she's gotten her tomato cage over her peppers because that pepper's going to need it.
yeah.
Yep. Good job.
I
Oh,
noticed my eggplant is kind of like tipping over today.
yes.
Do I need to do that too? I need to go get a
Yes.
cage.
Definitely
Okay.
get a cage or some type of, support for it. I didn't realize the eggplants were going to get so big, but yeah.
Oh wow, that's beautiful.
Wow. Yes. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Good. You know what's so crazy about Christy's yard is that maybe that soil that was in there already wasn't horrible. She had her contractor had filled the entire bed with I don't know what kind of soil. So we had to dig it. They dug it all out and we put in good soil. But
And my sunflowers, they're like already
look at
popping up.
those. Aren't they pretty?
No, I'm so excited.
Yeah, it's absolutely. Is it just a joy looking out look at your Alyssum. Is it a joy looking out your window now in your kitchen?
Yeah, oh, I love it. It's so fun. And it's like in the shade right now. We have like this nice huge wall. And so this is like my happy hour when I come here and I'm just like, oh, I'm in my zone. I love it. It's so fun. I don't know what I'm doing, but I love it.
Oh, you're doing great. And
Can
we're
I
all,
use Jimmy? Can I use? I just happen to have these already. Can I
yes,
just tie my cucumbers up to it because that's just what I already have?
you can do that for right now. And then as you know, as it gets taller, you'll need taller. But yeah, go for it. Because at least we'll get them off the ground.
How tall will they get?
Oh my gosh. So I had
Really?
mine on, let's see, last year, 1, 2, 3, at least a 4 foot. You know those 4 foot squares, like what you have there, but they're like in a square.
Uh-huh.
They just covered it.
Wow.
I mean,
Okay.
covered. Yeah. They'll get a very cucumbers get really big. They get very gangly.
And then I had to just cut off a bunch of strawberries because I don't know what happened with them, but it looks like they just kind of petered out. They look like
Yeah. Oh, you know,
that.
that's funny. My strawberries are doing well. Did you feed them good?
Yeah, I think maybe I fed them a little too much because I was like, must feed strawberries.
Yeah.
But it's still flowering, so
Yeah, there it is. That looks good. Yeah,
does-
again, that same thing happens to me sometimes. It could have been over fertilizing. That's the thing, you
okay.
guys. We were going to talk about fertilizing a little bit today. So let's discuss it. What did you use to fertilize them with?
Good question. Maybe a lot of things. Probably compost when I did my round of compost. And then worm castings, and then if I had like noodle water or potato water, whatever.
That's awesome. Okay, none of those things are going to hurt your plant. So you did great. So that's are all good. So all natural things. Oh, I wish Julie Tran was here. I am dying. Has anybody ever talked to her? How her new compost? She got an
Oh yeah, her countertop composter.
Yeah. I looked
That's
it up.
not too good to be true.
Well, I see. That's the thing. I looked up. So, so Candace, in case you haven't heard, one of our members got a small on the sink counter composter that
Okay.
like you put all your stuff in it, and then like in an hour you have compost. It's
Okay.
great. And it does work. But the thing is that you get little teeny bit. So most of everybody, all you guys have these big gardens. And so like if Anna wanted it for her house and then just had little pots, it'd be perfect. But for everybody else here, we need, like, when I compost, I harvest a wheelbarrow full and I use every bit of it. And my bed is about the same size as yours, Julie. I'm Candace.
Oh,
And
okay.
same as yours, maybe even a little bit smaller. So if you can imagine how much compost that is, it's a lot.
Wow.
And those little machines don't do that much. But anyway, I think it's fun because then she can use up she can get rid of all her greens and use them up right away if she wants to. Doesn't want to have to deal with the compost stuff. But anyway, you're okay, Rosemary. I don't know. My strawberries do that sometimes. Some of them just dry up and turn brown, and I don't know what that's about. So
And the ones that I had that actually looked good and were red and everything, they were bitter. So I just chopped them up and put them with maple syrup, and the children loved them.
Oh, good. Yeah, mine weren't that sweet. I think it's just hard to grow strawberries here in the desert. I
Yeah.
just don't think it's one of the things that I don't usually put them in people's gardens just because it's hard. They're hard to grow, and the
Yeah.
birds get them, and
Yes.
it's all these different things, and you have
I
to.
will say, these birds in my yard, they really like the kale. So I didn't think I was going to use these things. So I ended up using these cute little things, and I didn't think this kale was going to come back because the birds had just decimated it, and it's coming back.
Great.
Coming
Great.
back.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
have if anybody else, I know I think you have some more, don't you, Rosemary? I've got some too if
Yes.
anybody needs them down the line. But they are good to have on hand. With all of a sudden one day you wake up and everything's gone and something's gone in there and gotten it.
Yeah.
So
I thought it was bugs.
and it's pretty. It's not ugly.
Right.
I have a question about like the herbs that are super healthy and they're doing really well, but if I don't use them a lot, let's say like my pineapple sage is going crazy, my
Right.
peppermint and all that, and I'll occasionally use it, but should I be trimming them just to promote like healthy growth, or like what is the rule on that? Like leave it
Okay.
alone?
So I know the pineapple sage goes crazy. You don't have to prune that because it's just, if you prune it, it's just going to keep growing more and more and more. And your mint, don't worry about it. Just again, your mint, if you want more room in your bed for other things, we could always take that out and put it in one of your pots because you've got lots of pots around. Mint,
Okay.
mint can take over your garden if you don't take it out. I use my mint so much, and I also just end up pulling it out here and there. It's not very hard to pull out. So I just keep it at bay. But
Okay.
if most people don't, then I just take it out and put it in another pot, and it goes crazy in a pot. It's great to have. Because sometimes you're using it a lot and sometimes you're not. Like if you want to make a tzatziki or you want to make tea for a lot of people.
Mojitos.
Yeah, mojitos.
Mhm.
That's why I wasn't sure, like if it looks really good, but then do I try to promote more growth by pruning it, or do I leave it alone?
It's really up to you how much you think you're going to use it. If you're not using it a lot, just leave it alone.
And then some stuff, if you want to dry it and save it dried to use, the sage would probably be good. I don't know about drying mint.
Oh no, dried mint's awesome.
Okay.
That's how when you buy mint tea, that's dried
Mhm.
mint.
Okay.
Hmm.
Because the only thing that I've dried that I was like creeped out about was chives. When I dried my homegrown chives, they just tasted like grass.
Oh really? Yeah, I've never
Yeah.
dried chives before.
Yeah. I wouldn't
But you
bother.
don't suggest it. That's a good tip.
Yeah. But everything else is great. I don't think we're connected on social, but I have a drying line in my house, which is just decor now because apparently my house is just going to be a garden inside.
Rosemary, I saw that. I saw
Yeah.
that on Joe Jamie's post and I love it. It's
Yeah,
so cool.
It's just really simple and beautiful, and like you just leave it there for a couple months, let it dry, crunch it up, put into a jar, give it to your friends as gifts, Floral
I love it.
bouquets also is something. I mean, I go my dentist and like everybody thinks I'm just crazy because I show up with like flowers or a bouquet of herbs, just to brighten people's day.
So sweet.
Because
It's
we
great.
all have we have so much. So
Yeah, so I think that's a great tip is yeah, if and that's the other thing. Well, now mint is going so here's another thing, Candace, and anybody else that doesn't know. Mint is going to go all year long for you,
Okay.
and you'll never have to plant it again. It'll just keep coming back and back and back unless something happens to it. But so that's just one thing to remember too, that it's
it
not
does kind of die back in winter and get a little ugly, right?
it can't, yes.
Some
Yeah, it's
point.
gonna die back. Yeah, okay, that's a good point. It does die back a little bit, but mine just sort of hangs out all year long, pretty much.
Mine
And then
got a little bit ugly, but then it comes back
and
so
then it comes
fast.
right back. Oregano is the same way. Oregano,
Yeah.
you're gonna have it almost all year long. It does die back a little bit in the fall, but then so what I do with oregano is I definitely dry it. When
Yeah.
it's getting like you're going to get tons of it at some point by the end of the summer. It's just going to be oregano and mint are almost the same type of plant. They're very healthy in the sun and they just grow really easily here. So I always dry a bunch of oregano and then I have it for the fall. And then of course your rosemary, you have that. That's always going to be good all year
How
round.
about parsley? Is that like cilantro where it's going to start being done?
It's going to be
Yeah.
done. Yeah.
Okay, so whatever I have left, I probably should just harvest now.
Yep.
Yeah. Mine's already shooting out
Yep.
like into flowers, and I'm
Yep.
just going for it. I'm gonna capture
keep
all the
cutting it
seeds
back.
for everyone.
So yeah, you can cut back if you start seeing a flower on your parsley, you can just cut that down and see if it keeps going for a little bit longer. Now the cilantro is pretty much gone unless it's in the shade. Oh, that looks pretty. Whose is that? Christy, is that your parsley?
Yeah, this is mine. I was going to ask you. I think I may have like overcrowded my oregano because it's like still so
Oh,
little.
that's your
and
time. That's your time.
oh, well. Oh, I must have. This says oregano, but
Really? Wait.
did I put the
No,
wrong?
that looks like oregano. That looks like that Greek oregano, right?
No. Wait,
No?
what kind of oregano does it say?
It says variegated,
Variegated
Okay.
oregano. Okay, that's cool.
and it's really small still. Like it's not much bigger than when
Yeah.
I bought it, but
What
I think it got kind of taken
Well-
over by everything.
Well, the alyssum. So this is the perfect. Okay, so let's just talk about all this right now. So your alyssum, which I love alyssum, but it is definitely it's going to just take over. It's going to keep going. It is. So you can make a choice. You can either move. I would move that oregano. You can just dig really deep, make a big circle around that oregano,
Okay.
and then just dig it down, 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 and then put it somewhere else. And it'll
Okay.
be now you will be moving that. So let's look at your parsley. Does it have any sprouts coming out of it yet?
I haven't seen any.
So that,
I'm looking for like a flower, right?
yeah, like that looks like it almost might be doing it there.
It might be starting. Okay.
Yeah. So,
There.
oh, that looks so beautiful.
Yeah,
Have
I
you
need
been
to
able to
put
use
this.
it? You need to use that up.
Yeah, and I have another one. I have a lot of parsley. Like
Oh,
this.
good. Okay.
And so I'm gonna have to start drying it. Rosemary, you're gonna have to teach me your art.
Well, let me just teach you right now, you guys. It's 10 minutes. We got 10 minutes. Okay. All you do is you cut it down to the stem, and then
Okay.
you take it and you put it upside down and tie it up in little bundles, like maybe 2-inch bundles. Oh, I'm sorry. I
Okay.
forgot to read the first part. You rinse it. You rinse it and then you lay it flat on a
Okay.
towel and let it dry overnight. Or just till it gets
Okay.
nice and dry. And then because you don't want to hang it up with it wet and moldy. You want to have it dry when you hang it up. So you just make little bundles and put them up upside down, and then you put them either in your closet, in your garage, anywhere you want. And,
Okay.
and I do is I get this like a little hook, like for a teacup hook. You can get those teacup hooks and just hook them on get those your twine and make like a bow, and then just hang them upside down. Or a noose, or whatever, a loop of some sort. It's so,
Okay.
you guys, isn't it funny? You think it's complicated. It's not complicated. It's super easy. Was there anything else, Rosemary, I didn't say about drawing them? Oh,
What
man.
about just freezing them fresh? Because I've been reading about that. I put them in, like, I put my cilantro, what was left, in olive oil, and I just stuck it in the freezer. And I'm hoping to just use it again. And I've read that you can do that with in water too.
You can.
Oh,
I'm just.
good
I just.
idea.
It is a good idea. I'm just curious of what you're going to use it for because it's going to be when you defrost it, it's going to be soggy.
Okay. I
So
was thinking in oil, it might, well, yeah, I was gonna maybe try to use it for guacamole or.
you know, you should. Now you've done it.
I
Let me
think that'll
know.
work.
Okay.
I would think for guacamole it would work great. I was just trying to think of like for me, I like parsley. You can freeze easily because you could throw it in. I use parsley all the time in my soups and my chicken stocks and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
This is my line for anybody who didn't see. And I put like the stuff I put up last week and it's already dry. It's ready to go into a
Oh my
jar.
gosh, you have so much stuff.
I love it.
For you guys, this
For
is
Rosemary.
Oh my
thank you.
gosh.
These are kale seed pods for everyone. But yeah, it's so
Oh,
nice.
we're gonna have a seed swap, you guys, in a few months.
Yes,
We'll have a
and
seed swap.
guys.
Okay, Rosemary, how long have you done gardening? Because you are like an expert. Look at that.
Not at all. It's hilarious because I grew up on a farm and I totally didn't do that for many, many years. And then when we bought this house, which was almost 4 years ago, I kind of went wild.
Okay.
So
You've been doing it for 4 years.
yeah, so almost 4 years. So I pretty much started with the herbs. I find them easiest. This is my biggest vegetable garden, but I've always liked dried herbs and stuff. And I did live at my parents' house for 2 years as an adult as well. So I don't know. I'm kind of just coming into my own. And I talked to my dad the other day and he said, well, I wish you'd have done this earlier because I'd have given you the farm. And I was like, is that too late, Dad? It's not too late for me. You can still teach me how to drive a tractor. I was gonna show you guys these little trays that I got. They're silicone trays, so they might be good for like freezing, little herbs and oil. And then you pop them out like,
Yeah.
like an ice cube tray. But they're
I
easier
read
to
that you
pop
could do
out.
that. Yeah.
That's awesome.
They're easier to pop out because they're silicone. I have them also for like soups and stuff because I do put a lot of stuff in the freezer. So
Yes. So that's great. But just yeah, so that's good. I personally haven't tried. I can't wait to hear Candace how you do yours with the
Okay.
oil or the freezing them. I've never really frozen my herbs before because I just find that I just like to I'll just dry them before I freeze them. But I do
Okay.
think having some parsley frozen would be awesome. And
Okay.
cilantro, yeah. Yeah, I mean, because I use, like I said, I always use them in my soups and my stocks. This is the greatest part about, I mean, look at all that. I mean, Christy, you need to be using all that parsley up. You should be, every time you make a chicken, you need to be making, do you know how to make stock? Chicken stock?
I know. Yes. Yes. And I did the other day. I actually, you wouldn't believe it, but I actually did clip this stuff over here and I need to do it some more, obviously.
Good.
Um,
Oh, another thing too is it's really good like and you get a dress if you want to make homemade dressing, you could get the parsley and
oh yeah.
put that up with a bunch of other herbs and just put it in the blender with your basil and a little bit of olive oil and oh, it's so good. So
Yes. How is my basil like let me see, which one was it that I was looking at? Like it's getting really tall and like leggy. Do I need to be
oh yes, is that your basil?
ripping that back a lot? Yeah.
You know,
And
that looks great.
does it? Okay. Because I
Yeah,
wasn't
it
sure
looks
if it's
great.
like too.
No, you're gonna see it. If it's already that big now, you just wait. It's gonna get huge.
Oh, awesome. Okay.
Yes.
I've already made and frozen batches of pesto and they're just thriving. I don't, I'm loving it, but I'm like, okay, this is great. But
you
Yes.
are lover. I don't know if I told you this, Joe Jamie. I harvested some really ugly, ridiculous carrots, and I looked up what I could do with the carrot tops. And you can add those to pesto. So like the
Oh,
flavor isn't as strong, but they're green leaves. I mean, you can make kale pesto as well, but like I know with our basil, we're trying to grow it really big, right? Like I want huge amounts of basil, but you can mix in other stuff with your pesto to make your basil go farther.
Yeah. Yes, you can use carrot tops for pesto, and you can also saute your radish tops. They're delicious, not from the grocery store, but your own. Have you tried that, Rosemary?
I, oh, you know what? Yeah, I think we did my last radish harvest, which was hilarious. Yes, I believe we did.
Okay.
And I have jar. I didn't can them properly, but I have jars of radishes that I just like pickled in the fridge, and they taste really good, but they smell like real bad parts. So I don't know. It's one of those things. It's like it tastes good. Sorry, the house smells like a fart, like broccoli, right?
Oh my gosh, I've not had that experience with my radishes, but I will be forewarned.
Does Swiss chard keep coming back? Does it keep growing? Because I'd love to get more, but then you just trim it and you're just hoping it'll just keep growing like
Well, don't forget, you only trim a third of the
a
plant.
third,
If you want to
right.
have a couple of leaves, they will keep coming. Let me tell
Wow.
you. Let me tell
And
you.
you just trim at the base?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
I'm letting my Swiss chard now. I have one from last year, and I'm letting it totally shoot out and hopefully flower. So we'll have some of those seeds too.
Okay. My Swiss chard is not flowering yet, but I have been harvesting it like crazy. Yeah, it's going to keep coming back and back and back until it
Okay,
gets
great.
too hot for it. Then it won't, because it's a green. It usually it'll stop after a while.
Okay.
All right, guys, we got 1 minute. Anybody have a 1 minute question? This is great. Thank you. I'm so glad you all showed up. I felt bad because I think I announced that class was going to be this week, and then I was like, wait a minute, that's not, it's only the second and fourth. I was like jumping at the bit.
I just thought it was every other week. I didn't know anything about the second and the fourth.
Oh, okay. Well, it just makes it consistent if it's the second and fourth.
I fixed my calendar now. I did want to share a little mulberry story. So you guys that don't know me, I have a dozen fruit trees here, and one of my new babies is a mulberry. It's a Pakistani mulberry. Amazing, so easy to grow. Got it from a local lady that Joe Jamie introduced me to. And mulberries are one of those things because they don't keep for long on the shelf that people only have them like, oh, I had a tree growing up, or oh, my grandfather had a tree. And so I recently was able to take a little thing of mulberries over to a friend of mine who's probably not going to live much longer. And he told me, I seen him the other day, and he was like, oh, mulberries. I haven't had those since I was a kid. And I was like, I'm bringing you some mulberries. And I did. And he was so happy about it. And it was, I think mulberries have like a special sentimental thing that I might need to I think they deserve a story.
Oh, I love that. Thank you for sharing that. That is what this is all about. Really, you guys. This is what happens when you have a garden. This is the unexpected stuff that's going to come out of it. So thank you, Rosemary. That is absolutely beautiful. And I love that story. And I love mulberries.
Well, come over before Leona eats them all.
Oh,
It's the one chore I can get her to do. I'm like, go pick mulberries, and she's just out there eating them straight off the tree.
well, that's funny because I've never had a mulberry before, but when at the Master Gardening Gardens, when I was volunteering there all the time, their mulberries were, we were always going out there, and they were telling, I don't know why, they were sort of picky about us harvesting them. So one of this other lady and I would always go over and we would sneak and eat them off the tree. But unfortunately, all over your mouth. So you really, you're busted no matter what. So, well, I love mulberries. See, they always have a story about mulberries.
Is it too late to plant one now? Like, what is there a season to planting a mulberry
Yeah,
tree?
I mean, I think it was May when I planted all those trees last year.
Yeah.
And it was just on the border of being too late because of the summer craziness. So
Do
at
you
this
have a
point, I would wait.
Yeah, do you
Okay.
yeah, if you have a spot, if you have oh, you do have a spot. Oh shoot. You know, maybe I'll call up our little gal and see if she has one around, we could pop it
Yeah, I
in.
have a spot for it right next to the garden. If it's like
Yeah.
a bush, right? I'd love
Yeah.
to. I love mulberries. We love berries.
Oh,
Oh, you
they're
would love it. You know what's
amazing.
fun about the mulberry is that we can't really grow berries here very well, and
Yeah,
the mulberry grows really well here. It's the one berry.
that's great.
Yeah. Yeah, let's I'm gonna call
Yeah,
Kate.
check and see if you have one because I would love one.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah,
All
I
right.
haven't seen the weather lately, but I don't know how
Might be getting too hot for it.
what do you think? Yeah, 96 this weekend, 95.
Yeah, it's probably going to be too hot. But you know, I have to say, Candace, it would be worth the wait because it would just be, we'll just do it in the fall.
Okay,
It would
Yeah.
be worth the wait because it's
sure.
that's the perfect plant that we should have there because she's got,
Okay, perfect.
yeah, perfect. Okay, awesome. Great.
Oh, and then
Well,
does anybody want that bush? I have a bush I have to take out. It's too close to my mulberry tree. You don't know anybody who wants it, Jamie. I'm just gonna give it to you.
You're going to give it to me
Uh-huh.
in my rental house.
Yes.
So you know what? I do have a spot for it. Maybe I'll have to come over and get it. I'll come up. Oh, let me come get it because I might use 1 or 2 bites of the mulberry.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Well, I have some in the freezer now too. So
Oh no, I don't. I would love it. No, I might
Yes.
take it. I will take it because I have a little place that I could put it under my
perfect.
next. Okay, awesome. All right, guys, have a great week. I will see you next Wednesday with a
Yes.
good class. It's going to be really good.
Okay,
Okay.
thank you so much.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Okay,
Have
bye-bye.
a good week, guys.
Well, yeah, nice
Bye.
to see you all.
Thank
Bye.
you.